Bokutin pass. Now we read that all only na table. Eh? If not from this last one, we they go around now, they say married man and small pikin and all them things then they. Or na Your Excellency to Madam First Lady. Or na the learning center where the VP go open. Or na the 100 schools them we develop in partners in European Union help for renovate or the one who them build. Which one? We pass na your radar. Eh? Okay. Look out us friend. Make we hear waiting na in submission and summary for today. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A. And thank you very much for the effort, relentless effort we do for always help we for update we. And thanks to all the listeners and viewers in here. I'm looking at the trend of events a lot, a catalog too much. In fact, things a lot of eventful events. Then we happen things that we look somehow get hope say we'll get better thing. But always you go ask the question, say where are these lost dreams? People and get lost dreams. People and get lost hopes. Where are they finding them? People and get lost livelihoods. Then they try to find out answers to how they go regain them. And people then lost voices because they are always shouting out and crying out. Sometimes they feel say the voices are never heard. So looking at waiting on shift we away for let people and dreams and hopes quite a lot. Because you go begin look at where you see how life they go on within we sub region. You find out say there has been areas of people that they can't say we are responsible for doing this and we don't put before for do this. Then una self will put before, una self na this una get for do for letting go before. Some of them dreams there and then hopes there. You find out, say, look at an issue where you talk of people and they try forget fish. Now water, they don't know say fish not there again, or they know say fish there. But you see people and they change because of the lost, what they don't lost, then dreams. Then they divert to sometimes traditional answers, so their voices will be heard. They evolve into malpractices. They get legacies of wearing the one they were in charge. They talk say a legacy of misappropriation, they mismanage. You talk of people and they under back because of theft. They get local, the public, then they get people away, they incline to what they say, they were an establishment and for them to affect their way. They get different people and they get them function. The government get them function, then they find their own way for solve this issue, and then the people their own dreams so they don't lost because sometimes they don't get way for find out for them livelihood go find the voice they not hard. You go see them become shifted. But people and they always try to find a way for them dreams when we don't get, how they go able to forget them back, how the dreams go become true. So we find out, say, all those dreams have been lost because of the trend of events that we don't follow with. And in that process, you find out, say, there are chances that we don't get many. Like in terms of the hope and the dreams of the youth, waiting the UN window, then give it a chance. Say, well, instead of the youth go just the 18, 20 years, that will give them, because of that 10 years civil war, they don't lost 10 years. No, at 10 years, I'm lost here, they will get a chance. But there has been failures in trying to gain those dreams and achieve those goals. Because that 10-year period, they don't give them back. You find out, say, most of the potentials, most of the knowledge, how they then go able to get the individual potential for still will transform them or in technical know-how
or waiting the person he get inside alone go able for unlock in talent. So we're able to unlock that talent there, either in a technology way or either in another form. We find out there was a gap wherein we not being get side with the technology, things that begin to close them down. We say people and they go land trade. Then now you see TVET the kind inside with EU, TVET the kind inside with other way, so that they will able to achieve these dreams. But in achieving these dreams now, because of the way the hopes they don't lost, then give we chances there. And people then when they give you the chance there, the one that where them say, then give them the chances there for create them for the others there, they're not able to implement them. So in that was that 10 year old they give them. It all pass so man, they are 40 years and they go now. So you see say still people and they claim be youth because they don't lose their dreams and they don't lose their hopes and the livelihood and the sources and what they go say, well, me na me chance this or na me area this one will offer me necessity of my own life, or I will able to forget that livelihood either in the form of the terrain where you there adequate or you will then see your livelihood or the one where they live on the forestation or the one where they live on the marine or the one where they live on the agriculture or the one where they live on mining. So they begin to see all these livelihoods, then don't become crippled, and the people and the target and the battle forget their living. And then through by that back, that they come back, they see, well, which self would they need? And when would they need? Well, they can't take out for control how they get them. So when would they control how they get them? We go able to share by you now because una not for mine now, or una not for cut this stick, or una not for do this. So you find out the structures and the come inside so I'm able to solve these lost dreams. But sometimes those hopes will they still they wait and they wait and they wait because those voices, just like how the one of the fifth verse or this fifth stanza, we I go just say, it say, will they raise up with hearts and with voices they high. But when their voices and then they become high, they know they get side for the echo. Because they echo by the hill. So people then go able for listen. What in that song they sometimes you go connote? The hills now big, now leaders, now organization way big, who able to echo these sounds. And then the people in voice and they under. But again, you find out, say, that zeal what the people they say they not get. When you look at that stanza, when they say, okay, the zeal will they still give them. Now that hope now they just they keep them. So the people on duty now, instead of them they say the one day the land what would they try for fight for, una where they try for give the wisdom. Where una don't see for that stanza would they inspire them. The wisdom now the people and they get their wisdom, and but the wisdom when they get now a layman's wisdom. Then they go for go make Sarah, then they go for go swear, then they go say, well, the fish, they're not boku, no pull Sarah, because una fail for their lives, say, but una the leaders supposed for the help the people and for understand now knowledge for get it. Now because of una don't damage the ozone, una don't damage the climate, una they damage erosion, una they see erosion they go, the water they go, una they pollute the water, and when the water is polluted, what in the cause? The marine life, the ecosystem, they affect them. The fish, what in them if you don't eat one plants, una they change the torrent. Things they drain inside the sea. Then no go carry again near the south and go look for what's that ecosystem day. The people are not going to know what they go do because of their lost dreams, their hopes and fears they get inside that sea day. It all lost on them. Una for them can show them and help them for revival. Sometimes they can't help them, but when I left gaps, so the people and they say, well, no, we use we own knowledge, and we own knowledge wouldn't be used now. Most of the time now, waste of time, it isn't a waste of money. Because when you look at the practical way they look at, when people and they say, okay, we they come do that bomb swear of so that we can make a traditional thing. You look at it, somebody where I remember one man they sell perfume. This man they sell perfume because always he spray my body. Small perfume they sell like in bottles. He walk kind of this backyard. But the backyard they contain bees them we help ballistic. It go pass near them. But people them they pass there actually, but because they not shake the bee and they don't get anything where they attract the bees, they don't get it. So when you go past the bees and chase and begin to better, till it begin to pain them. But the idea why they say those traditional like I talk say you cannot force them not to work. But when you engage in them, you they attract yourself to the evil part of it again, because you don't put the perfume, you don't go pass near the honey, you become a victim of evil doing. You become a victim of those things. So they find out, they bring the religion one side, they bring the leaders on one side, they try to find where is the solution. But this all come about to people that wouldn't lose their hopes, they don't lose their dreams. Then they find out how solutions then will come, how people then will able to solve them for them. And doing this, look at the hopes of the college, they come win, students then lose their hopes in terms of finding their education. Because would I don't make them go there now, either whether not wrong management or whether I think, but in practice, they're actually students with want for land. But because of they don't go find themselves in a situation wherein people they don't plan for them, wherein they don't get the livelihood, the environment where they were able to forget this education. The voices they now are never heard. Then they cry, nobody will hear them because people them they don't go put them there, the wonder for don't arrange, they're not able to work out good. Looking at what the EU they do now, because it looks at EU, they try for develop. Then get an area where they don't look into Africa, then get this African Research Initiative for Scientific Excellence, where they call ARISE. Then we don't introduce them with certain individuals, then when they make the EU and the African Union. But then lodge this years ago. But it's all to do with trying to unlock and trying to promote science and technology and innovations there. So when they promote that, it's up to the government for say we are going now to go further because we don't get implementation. We go try for further. How we able to unlock their knowledge of their students there, what their hopes and aims, then get it. So they no will go. Some of them were vulnerable. Then will go to drugs. Some they actually. They are different because you know because everybody will take drugs back now person way okay sometimes you do them because of you not get it. But sometimes you can distract somebody because person get for go college, he get for go work, he get for go do other thing. They just say they distract them because you know go get that time all the day for dinner ghetto and all the time for do this. But since like that area of drugs were just bring inside the government and the youth minister they say well now they don't. I like people where they don't give something for can do now the country, who now for do something good for produce juice. Now when they turn when they do other thing inside they for do chemistry on a place for produce drugs, would they wait for see whether then they try for catch now the next day now because they don't see don't high mark, then they set trap. But again, you come back to the area where in the hope of the legal framework, you go begin the question now. Say who's remedy the way they bring, what they were able to come a chat to this kind of things, where would they get hope in the judiciary, would they get hope in the legal amendments when they change, when they amend laws, and then somebody will be a victim. But sometimes we will try to forget the truth of the victim because una not set up waiting at the some of the frameworks we will able to find out this case. Look like a case of Kamarainba. In case now nobody will condone what you do for sin a good thing, but you try for see the process then because they lack DNA machine who were able for testify thing when they know said this and there was error with the police when they bring their own statement and their own documentation towards court it didn't get for flop. So you find out the legal framework. And one day when they have the legal framework, they said that the first now was with the restructure. But beyond that, before that, they have issues with them they try for solve where they affect the legal framework, where they affect justice, or where they affect the judiciary for work. But that sets back the judiciary. When they bring certain things, the question say they are actually lay in some of the areas where go cover some of the cases they wouldn't get. Some of the cases, the evidence might be straightforward, but some of the cases they have to go beyond. So we will convict this person, so the person will say, okay, whether you get over 20, 30 articles they will be under human rights, whether you get Article 5, you get Article 1, we go able for defend me, you go able for do. But it all comes to legal framework, how people then go able, the government now go try look, these hopes where the people then they get, where they don't lose, how they go able for regain and back, how that livelihood where people and don't lost, where the man where they go to market, that livelihood where the man will go to the hospital, the livelihood where the water go look fine and good going, the livelihood where the man go able for enjoy say I no go there, then I go see say water can cover me house or stone cuts under it can because of waiting me your responsibility for be and waiting the government responsibility for do, then it begin to lose all these kind of hopes. And how them go able for do some of these funds coming, they therefore look to strategic areas where they know say this they reflect directly. It come to if you look about the climate change, we find ways of doing this. We find ways for stop people and for sell plastics. We find ways for people and let them go the left for trade trash who will go inside the sea, who will go pollute the water. When the water become toxic, we come see now Kisi and that side where you want them, the mayor and other people they get for go see and go close that bomb. They don't know when they go close and finally say they assess the acidity of the water if it not poisonous because all those gases coming into the water and they affect the sea and they affect the marine, and the marine is part of the so-called the 14 SDGs life below the water. And life below the water, how now go able? You can for find your method where you go write applications, them you go write your project towards that one day. But when you go write an app, you can for involve the people them. But when you allow the people and begin to say then they clever, then they can't find an entry route, when they can't do this for finish, then you find out say like when they go try for do this job when they don't get a project where EU be done the try for done the project in terms of the education section because a part of the project and the program what they do. You find out say the picture when they see so self now your screen are they saying a technology they use. There's not ideas they use from people, but again you will find out say it might be nobody will say why are they not having those knowledge school, but those handles looking at the age of the children, are they running there? Are they going to be hitting their heads, or are they able to handle that thing which the vice president will hold? Because if you look at the handle, at the end of the handle, there is no side, na sharp end when you're looking at the screen. So if they think of those things, say these are good things they are bringing. We are looking at long-lasting health and safety. But the man where they can give you, in they fulfill in your job what they do. You know what tell you say that thing they look, healthy for us. But later now, other person can do a research, go check say this not do. Would they put plastic there, or would they make it a little bit smaller, or would they put more money so they go spend more materials so that then school they have will be high for B. So those are the kind of things you're asking. No, you know, go say, oh, this man, they don't go up in school. They don't get picking for play. But me, I see them. At that particular thing, that's the handle is not health and safety. So you go begin questions. Now, they all then give the money for maker, they all then give the contract, or then if we don't develop these things, wherein money not go much. All now hiring of students, hiring of individuals, go then be don't unlock their potential. Just like wouldn't they say, arise there or now. It's up to them how they go able for channel, how they go able for make use of this, how they go able for open scientific things, how they go able for say that same way from a college begin they make a gem na the hand, who go expand that business day. If petroleum iron if iron ore no sell, who go even the same way who go export them because in the user now, more and more, the demand for them will divert to business. So that these are the kind of things. That man will go make that machine, will be in the drive, he gets sensors, and ideas he use. Maybe it looks at the magnet that some people, they attract something. Or this particular material, na copper, they absorb heat. It puts all these ideas together. This is what we are calling unlocking people's potential. You know what say no more because that person they get innovatives, he get this. Well, we're not going able to sponsor this and this type of one will be sponsor. But you were able for distract them for saying, well, if you get knowledge for able to put two things together, because you know say the motor they turn, you know say this they do this property, you put this joint together, you create something. Out of it. So it's scientific knowledge transform, but it's all how those hopes are going to be transformed in wherein people are able to get their voices to be heard, and then those voices who are going to be heard, the faith where they don't believe for now, and the hope where they don't get, Now they transform their wisdom and talent to the way what they do. Now they give them the livelihood. Some of them they only need the livelihood and the environment to do things that you they see how they were able for push that thing they are for go before. You dey see people and they hope say the people with the authority, with the register we will able to get a clean vote, so we will elect them. Then they kind of give it out. Like today, they see one constituency where people and they say, well, then bring up to 3 registration papers. So if they find out, say, the one they would go do NRA for person will go vote elect now. Then they give hopes to the people whose hopes are never achieved. They are always lost. They are always lost. Except things are coming. And when things they come now, they will begin, but you will find out, see, because the process wherein some of these things are being implemented, not to the purpose for say, I do them out of million, out of a purpose what I guess for do. As a person when I mean at the engineer, now me na the teacher, or now me na the chief, or now me na this, everybody doing your purpose. But always those who are affected are always those who are less privileged. When they find a solution, then they find a way, then they find their own way for solve things, which is always not the right way. And this we don't see practical in all of these things. Where people and they go do this, and they go do this, and they go do this, because the knowledge not they say, not to the method this will for follow, for Lord will do this. If then they thief electricity or transformers or this, there is something wrong. We get for no who than them people they are who sign at the origin or they involve the police so they will get intelligence. Like how they go do ambush on one side when they get 2 like somewhere at the north. Then we able to involve them. But the minister come, the chief come, and then everybody come, accept the idea of where they see that traditional way they for do, and then the people then will go see, what see the minister don't come, what see on this, no will go before. So how we go able for build up people and ideas, we then go able for go with you next time, because already you don't buy their own knowledge. So you see, say these are the areas where they get agreements. And when they get agreements, you get a dialogue between people for understand the needs, and they get that transparency. That they do your own duty so that you go able to get credibility. So that people then go become happy. They put a map work. You map projects them, you get high technologies the way they come, and then you know say what at the campus you go able for yield something, not to just for please. But because they know say what they say little minds, then they please little things. But this little minds sometimes they can able convert them. But because they know say people then get say, oh well, any small thing can do, they might accept it. But then they forget say people then most times they are accepting it, but when they turn around, they are easily changed again because the same people and they have never been focused. They have never been having something when are fundamental. And then are the floating ones where people and they change their minds. So now the area around that they find out say as time they near for let people and go see, let we go do we own side for let we go put we own power for say that this person want. They find out say now regrets most times where the hopes are going to be lost again. The voices will never be heard. Whether the voices in the form of voting, the voices in the form of electing, the voices in the form of jubilating, they all they change. Because those who are meant to re-echo them and take them to heed, replay them, go sit down, recollect, see, things are how they are happening. So that you go able to say, this is the way I go able for go. So that I go able to confront them. But that area of the ecosystem, I want let government really try for look into them. Deforestation, will they affect the climate? We your area, it not go look so hard for deal with. As long as we able for control that we agriculture day. Because when that plastic, when that dirty thing go in the water, that fish they it go eat, it go entangle in them, it go ingest them, we not to food in the belly. But you don't go full up in space of the belly. What thing they do, it is start. Despite you don't get something like belly, but it's not food. So if they find out, say, if the few then go die, then they not go get bed nets, or them be don't destroy from deforestation, the mangroves, side the wood and the carbon, all those factors then get for look into climate, then get for right projects, then get for convince these people that they bring them projects there. so that they go divert them. They can even divert them in the form of agriculture. With the agriculture in the form that some people they produce, not to just like the trees will get for grow after years, so they will increase the oxygen and the air. So these are all the kind of things we then go try for the law. Then go they request certain things we go able for help. Because when you destroy back the forest, you dey see say animals used to live in the forest, which are bats, the rodents, the rats, the primates, like how we talk about the bats. These are things where if the ecosystem is okay, they are not bad for us, but past the 50 years when they don't investigate, now then they carry most of the reservoir of viruses. They look at the viruses and wouldn't they name now, wouldn't they say, now then they be intermediary. Because two things, you destroy the forest, the side where the thing they live, where we don't they live, it come there, it can't near you na the tongue. When it can't near you na the tongue, it gets a chance for it go able for cause diseases. So these are all the kind of things. You try for control these things. You try for rehabilitate the agriculture, the forestry. You see the need. You side for divert you economy. Also, you get you revenue in areas where you not get for affect the people in. So that you know go just don't go derive $2 million, for example, and then tomorrow the effect what it don't cause now that area there is more than $5 million for let we go able for solve the problem what it don't cause out of getting 2 million. So those are not the scenarios we want anymore. So that we want thing will be changing now for go. The people that what they give you, then they give you when you get for standing with your knowledge, your diligence, your way where you interact with the people, see the needs of the people, you do them. Just like I give the example of this thing when I see so wouldn't do so. It's fine because the picking they not be get them. Because when you don't have, just like somebody who's drowning, is gonna grab anything to save himself or herself from that city. Now for the way they go save first in our water, you never go before and when they grab you, if you get for Sabi and for save them, that is like life of people who don't lose hopes. So that is not what they get for they do to people. They know say this is not. Don't compare it like people who them they pay a free ton say them they pay the how many millions for that kind of educational facility, and then you see this is good, but not the way they compare that environment there. So this is what let God go help with, so then we'll look to the things there, who then go able to forget what's in economic credibility, who not to exploitation, and then they find way any kata, anything where they move, where they able to get a milestone, where they move things will go before. Let them begin people then go see and they do. Then I tell people in the truth. Who say when I get, show. But when you begin tackle things and you begin to try for go into things where you don't see say years and years and decades of people are not deprived, people who don't lose their hope because you were a part of the society. Some of them were a part of it, some of them were a part of it, they don't come learn other ideas, far-fetched, they don't go. But sometimes because of that legacy, that pattern, they wouldn't come. You said will just follow around because you fear. See, when I deviate now so thing will happen or I will lose my job. Well, that is not the case. You therefore know say you are serving the people who are the citizen, and the people you get for link out, then they go with life so that you go able for measure that area they say now so me able for do then a kind side. But when you measure them, then you go take for say and they can't flop then you try for say no, like just turn around more like not shake and well. But remember, there is an area where you need to shake things to fill up a gap, not to just pile them and then you not shake. When you go, you say, well, you don't fill up, the half is mine. That is it. But when it settles down, that is the time you see the gap. That's why when you care about those things, you get for know the weight, you get for know the density, you get for know the gap, you get for know how they feel those things. By helping the people, they wouldn't they do things that wouldn't they do, wouldn't need for do. But we thank again the EU for the effort wouldn't they do, but it's all up to we government and we leaders, like the African Union, and based on the leaders, we'll go able for say we go pull ideas there, we turn them for come for we go left a good legacy. The legal sector, wouldn't they amend them thing and they then get for the amend things and we go fit people in life. Then they put laws where they know say in the end when you look at the case fine, they no go get way for saying like this. Now turn around. That evidence we then lose for let them go get the DNA and other things. Now more of people saying, now more of voting people they don't can see and events them, then they try to forget the case. But there is nothing for say those things have not happened because our society they deal with. But again, when they look at from the law, because then they quote and say now law what they don't get, you get for know how they for deal with anything they are and put safeguarding in place for say these things are not happening. The parents needs to be educated because if the parent needs to be educated, the parents will give caution to the children. The parents will give understanding of the children, and then again, there will not be desperation. There will not be a lose of hope wherein that gang picking will get for go find way for get something for cover solutions for lose we don't lose the hopes. You don't go get that issue where they see that lady where they say now they work for some television where this issue between this young girl and him don't happen and then the parents so you see that different stories that what they occur. But the truth behind it, when you look into this parents get what you may just take this now families they will be don't live quite close as a family, but there has been these issues of malpractice of in terms of relationship. But whatever things don't go on, there has been the way where they're not able to get support to all the sectors, to the young girl, support to the husband, support to the wife, then solve them. Now the woman they suffer in the police, the man they work all about, then the woman they are a threat to the family of the wife because things were not resolved. So these are all the areas because of desperation, I lose hope. People and they find way for solve the new problem, which is not good, but that is the way they are using. So you get for educators, this is not the way to use your knowledge. Not to solve for make Sarah, not to for make swear, not to for do this. So you bring things together to restructure those hopes so that the knowledge and truth of our forefathers go able for spread. Thank you very much for giving the platform. Let God continue for help with. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah. You're most welcome, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's now Usfriend in submission for today. You ready to listen? You get opportunity now for make your own voice be heard. The phone line opened. Before I give the numbers them, the picture within at the screen, now the one way Usfriend be the refer to just now. We talk about the playground. You will see the one of the picking them. I don't know. I think this not outside the president and the vice president day. The one way they face the vice president, the other day before you. On the left side, you will see there's sharp ends on I don't know if I see so that one day. But you go find me then fix some rubber edge day for safety reasons. Not picking them. Or else we go see bossed day. Cry go come out today. That's the need for safety reasons no more. Then it make you wonder safety in Sierra Leone. When then they put the structure together, do they have safety officers? Because I feel say if they begin one, this particular picture we see so now on our screen, I think the safety officer for don't pick them. Unless if they get on a paper, because no doubt Salono. You ask for something no more, then get on a black and white. It just depends if the job is being carried on or fulfilled. Well, that's another one for another day. Okay, pull her now. The phone line open 23278 990 991. Now WhatsApp 23278 990 991. That now WhatsApp. Or you can call we direct United States or United Kingdom. United States on 1-646-610-3107. Or United Kingdom 44-739 803 0402. The phone line open. Make we hear from you. Waiting you on the table. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Hey, it is not Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get 5 minutes. What you get for me?
Well, no, as to the be Saturday. We know see so many things to go on, so many things the past now they read that. Me what me they talk is the government need for try and do some stuff there. Now that country they for let the common man able see some product, you know. Let us see like what you talk about safety when I see that picture there, I reset it, I said, but in case speaking go scratching and or clothes go fashion or something go and iron, not even rubber. Iron. For say they just they not care about people then, even to the extent and to picking them now. Who then kind thing they are then oversee the now. The America, London, who said they fire our company for our shoe. Because I see picking go damage and the company will make they put it out of business because the amount of lawsuit the way they go they give you first of all. You know, they're not going to even allow for operate and forces. None and one. You know, because some of them think they know the thing but they build something, they fix something, they know the thing about the risk, they know the thing about the safety road, the safety. And then they happen to be infrastructure, they're back now the country. We road there, they know the thing about it's safe or you're not safe, how long this road go last, how road this thing go last, all them things and they're not concerned about that. Always see the one look just do enough for let the public say, we don't do our no, you know they do things so. You do things for safety. How long if person driving at this road or somebody passing at this road or somebody can play at this road, what thing go happen? Even if you can't find out, say you start that thing let me show win at the ground, the floor. Not maybe not stone they go down or stone they go down go put there or grab. Well by law when sansan now this sansan they go put there or if in America na then recycle tree there where they you know that they chop and small put and it so in case speaking for them you know go wound. Or maybe the concrete the whole floor. Who knows? They're not showing that part today. I don't know if you know anything about it.
No, myself not see, but maybe subsequent days them ahead and go. We will see video. We will show you exactly how it look like.
Yeah, who knows what's in the floor? The floor, because these are part of the safety. You know, they just they do them because they want to do something. No, they do them for satisfy and save people because this not iron and some of them think they are back then. This not the other thing back. They need to pass now the law. You know, road transport. Some of them put that there where they get the iron seat there. Therefore condemn them because when some where I will see where accident they happen at salon, people there they die. Or if you not die, if the inch yourself where you go get then go kill you because of the seat. We say you hear go now, we say your food go because you know the most of majority of the poda there or even the bus there where they go apply. That's also iron seat there. I just few. I just few they will get leather seat there or cushions, fabric seat there. You see? So then they left for they left for consider then safety thing there because it look like they not care about people there. Things that every day, oh man, they cry in that country. There is no single Sierra Leonean you go meet in a street where you not go cry. Or somebody will go call you just to call you for check on you no more on phone. You go tell at the end before that greeting today, go tell you say no easy oh. Or he send you message or he tell you what's gonna begin text, he send a crucial everybody at the family. The next thing, Brian no easy or uncle, brother or sister or auntie, whatever relationship una get, he go tell you say not easy. And it's not easy. Some of them not to lie anymore. Now before we say people that they lie for beg for money. But now not to lie anymore. Anybody will beg for money, you really need that. San Anton and some man go fake say he's sick, just forget money. But now the reality there on the ground. The reality, anybody will call it beg for money, not to lie that they lie. They happen. Because they don't, maybe the person don't say, well, I try chance me luck, maybe my brother or my party, God go don't touch it this month, we go remember me with $50. You see? So that's so life to go on. And continue this rainy season, which we talk about yesterday. The rain now just not at all like today. They had that forest where they did that. The animal themselves, I don't think Salo will get elephant self again anymore. I don't think. Before we used to get elephant there. Now, especially in that Kanko area, then Kabbalah area, then that Kailan area, we used to get elephant there. But I don't think now Salon will get elephant there inside the forest there. Even wild animal, I don't think we even, or maybe we will get a leopard or then jaguar then. If we, by all means, we must get the inside with forest there. Even common cutting grass, even now they say, we may talk about bushmeat. Bushmeat's not there again. Cutting grass, they see there again. Before you go set trap or you go get your deer, you go to side. Then animal nothing there. If they're not populative, then they not run away or they don't kill them. Before all the thing and when we used to get them animal, but because they destroy the forest, then machine there, then power machine the way they use now then for them to scare the animal the way. They scare them. Then power machine some of they so loud that where they even scared machine that they facing a gun or something. Don't make all the animal that they don't cross go Liberia or Guinea. Because now neighbor than no exercise they go. You see? So all they know the thing. They know to try for preserve the forest, the town, things that 5 years from now to 10 years. And then they forget say the world is change. Everything the people that they develop, we know the thing but say, as people water business, we know say water business in our country. For inside 6 months, next year alone, the whole fruit on the suffer for water. Just 6 months too. For say they're not able to provide this because the next 6 months now rainy season, water the day. The next 6 months. So inside 6 months for people for preserve water that they rain there, where they able to preserve them, tank them, lake, build a dam, able to preserve them. But outside, anything and they will not even think about that. You see? So I mean I not get much for so we country they need for really try. We dey pray. If not this government again no. Or the next one where they come up, they need for they really think about the welfare of the people then. Not to for talk no more. Let's at least that cumbra, that man you will get more money with the feeding family. A combination problem make the rent because now time go don't go the count. People they are nothing not say people they know and go back up line. But if they go nothing not the factory not the company they not the way they even say would they hire the indigenous people there. Nothing not they. You see? Then I don't know you left for my last question is you left forget Daniel free tonight?
Dans les filles, il est normalement marié direct dans des pas chéri. So, so they get santidé.
I'm gonna ask some about sport question, but I go let
Okay, we'll keep on for him. All right.
All right, that'll be all.
We want to say thanks to Patrick for that submission day. The phone line is still open. No? Okay. Ben du Kamara say, he said they don't eat most of the animals then. Because in feel say food scarcity day. And due to that, I mean they don't eat some of the animals, including the monkey there. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and outside the call from, please.
No, Mike, I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get 5 minutes. What you get for me?
I want to tell Patrick, say, the elephant, they're still there. They're still there. They just know they do a good job for take care of anything and so we're able to attract tourism. They're still there. Even the hippo, then they.
No, the hippo, then they. Okay,
yeah.
Yes, okay. Carry on.
Yeah, but I want to ask you a question. Anybody don't see Kamarainba itself alive? We can accord. Anybody see her?
Yes, people in Siam.
People in see her.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I understand why they drag for grant demand bail. Now grant demand bail, let the man come out, let go get some medical help. I mean, I don't understand this situation here at all. When I left this politics here, wanna play. If the man deserve to get bail, when I get him bail. If the man don't give una in document there, wetin better pass salon passport? Why una want the foreign passport? Let me not understand why. Well, is salon passport not good enough? I left them here, man. And another thing, I don't say when they open school then, but teacher then they want to not pay itself. Teacher then they want to get pin code when they not pay itself. Then now they can add more teacher than back. When I know you pay the one they force. I don't understand what you want to do, but when I pay the one they want to owe money for, then teacher they want to get for pay. When I pay them the money, yeah. When I give them the money, they need that money there. And another thing, truthfully, I don't say this administration they say always we get grant. But me, I'll find out how much money they don't borrow, how much debt they don't put to this country part. Now that they me want to know. Let them come out and tell we. Minister of Finance, they come out and tell we how much money I don't borrow. Because only tell now when they glad for grant. Well, we know they see nothing from the grant when they get. The money when they give now, we not see no improvement, nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And this Lunge airport, when I forget about that, man, I know they fix them for now. Now politics in the plane, I know they fix them for now. They said thing and come, but me not even see nothing we come. So this not drag no more. I go drag in the part. When I left for the believe in people, yeah, man. And our politics business in the part, election they come. So now everything they can come out. And they can muzzle all the news, the media, the radio, then na salon day. So anyway, they don't mean business for salon. Man. Up till now 4 years they cancel. Nothing they not do it. Nothing they not do it. No contribution anymore. When I stay, when I keep my head up. Thank you, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, caller, you did live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Hello?
Yes, you did live on here. You name and side the call from.
Yes, Albert, so they call from Texas.
Albert, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Yes, excuse me. I want to talk about the guy who they all detained for rape. What's his name? Mohammed
Kamarainba, yes. MKM.
Okay, so if they ever go for trial?
Yes, you don't go couple of times.
Okay, couple of times. Okay. Because the reason I ask, because if I can equate the Sixth Amendment, or say in all criminal prosecution, and in that case, in like criminal prosecution, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial and be informed of the charges. So they be informed of the charges.
Yes, and we don't do all that. Then keep adjourning. They go for the past 14 months. Then they go back and forth. But the lawyers then claim say all well. At another time will be here say he gets prostate cancer. Now then will be here. So then they say they need for make it come out and get proper medical help. The court say they need for verify. So now between that back and forth, then we don't they go.
Okay, so because in cases like that, there must be a speedy trial. You try the accused. If you find guilty, then you impose the penalty, which is sentence. So I don't feel say the trial they go speedily because for 1 year they don't keep incarcerated. Then also, I already talk about bail. So there be grant and bail.
Yes, then grant bail on Monday. 100 million Leones, 2 shorties. The 2 shorties then they all 2 for be ordinary Sierra Leonean. The one for get host na Western area. And some other thing they will be read back before.
Okay, well that makes sense if they grant a bail. Because in some cases, sometimes they go refuse bail, then go say, well, maybe the defendant they at flight risk. For now, they make sense. Then also, you talk about the correctional officers. Then we go
Okay, wait, before we
training.
come on to your side,
Yes.
a give Sierra Leonean passport because they say for turn down in traveling documents them.
Yes,
Give
now the
Sierra
condition
Leonean
because
passport, but
yes,
then they ascertain say he get foreign passport if you give them the back. But he don't take affidavit for say now the only passports than the way he get and I don't give them. So I think
okay.
that is one of the issue we make the bail not still go through.
Yeah, because then go assume say it flight risk. Because if you get a foreign passport, that's a tendency it can flee the country. Does that
But
make
he say he
sense?
not get.
Okay, well, now they get for decide now maybe with all probable cause or something of the sort. Then also I hear you talk about the correctional officers, then go on the refresher training, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the refresher training, because I remember when myself when I'm the correctional officer now, they what they call in service training. What that means, you go then teach you about the policies, procedure, how for carry out your duty, how for put and cuff offenders, how for manage offenders, etc. How for identify contraband. So I hope saying that all the things in this go through. Okay. So if they go through all this, hopefully we'll not forget any problem with introduction of contraband inside the prison. So now my submission down for the day.
Thank you very much, Albert.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, that's now Albert in your submission today. Okay. This the last time we NACOVAC review, they still say curfew necessary na the country. I don't know. Up till now, we get curfew. And within at the red list na the UK. America don't downgrade we or don't upgrade we any American. Come on level 4, don't go level 2. United Arab Emirates, themselves don't do their own. But na the UK, we still na the red list. This them way NACOVAC can get update. Now not every day they get update again, no. In case you don't know. The days the way they get update, we still they find out say Ivory Coast and Guinea, they still get higher numbers than we. In positive cases, Ivory Coast and Guinea, they still get high numbers there. I'm telling you, in the hundreds. We now one green no more now practice. Now we end up in a red zone. Then they don't depend for the longest time. Remember the time where they give daily updates now? They don't depend from the longest. 30 days, they don't put it in a red list in the UK. Who just practice no more inside 1 week now practice. Now we end up in a red list. Now they get 0, they get 1, or they get 5. We never get better again. But we're still stuck in the red list. At another time, when people become say, oh, now because the people who they come out salon in Canada, UK, now salon and get the highest number. I can't verify that. But then in a paper we come out way, I don't know if people the way they try for okay. But how this curfew the EPSF na salon don't depend almost months now. Any time they review, in the last time they review, then pull the church and the mosque. But the curfew still there. And now fear long up, remember? Okay. We'll go do one more story for now. Lona see how much people in the pay now for make fear and curfew don't catch them in the street. You go say, oh, they forgot how quick before. My dear, not forget say that man not even know who's in next meal they come on. So he get for Fenam. And if that person don't promise him, he go angry you. But like how this caller, we'll continue this conversation. Yes, caller, they live on your name and who side the call from, please.
It's not Ezekiel. They call from Oregon.
You get 5 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Why would they go on the list so fast? I was laughing so hard the way they say they think so speed for let them put Sierra Leone on the red. Oh my God. Well, again, the way how you present yourself, so then will welcome you and so then go put you in certain area. If we leaders and continue for put the country in a different way, in a different light, so the outsiders then they pick we, then they see, how we they give them priority, we then come now we country. We own citizens and then they punish, but the moment strangers show up, get that white collar, oh boy, and they go up and down for make sure them please them any kind way. And so as a result, then they look you, saying they not get no respect for the young people, and so we can tell them anything we want for telling. That's and so then they look you. Somebody say the experience is never at the mercy on any one way they argue on the topic with that person experience, but it's not at your mercy. Where you they talk you see they watch you. After we don't labote, you say, oh, you don't know. Well, see, this is how we have to do it, and this is how we have to go. So, but anyway, now the young people, and we definitely need for take their own action in a different way, in a different direction. We get for stuff for begin for get different mindsets. When you make up your mind for do something, you will go all out for accomplish that. Somebody once say, they say sometimes making decision, they say is very important more than prayer. And I agree with them. Look at the countries. Where would they pray 24/7? If they change things? No. Prayer not they change things. Decision making change things. If you there Freetown, you want for go McKinney, Bo, Kenema. If you not make the decision for go na parking lot, go jump inside that motorcar for let you go there. You say you go na church or na mosque for go pray, so that God will make let you go there. My dear, you go pray for 50 years. Wherever find yourself na McKinney or Kenema or Bo, you have to make that decision. So certain times, prayer, you just they pray for let God give you direction when you they make the decision so that it will help you through. But for make that decision for let you grab and do this what you need for do for change your life, you have to do it. You get for make that decision. So the time for spend all your time for pray for certain things, angels they no come. I can't give you that money. You for go and make that decision and do the things that way you need for do. And so the thing we as human beings will for realize time now the only real gift that they actually we God give we for what we do anything for waiting we want for accomplish according to what he don't promise you. He don't promise you everything, but you get still for make that decision so that you will get what he don't promise you. So young people, decision making is very, very important. If you decide all the time saying that so thing you want for engaging, now that result now you good again. If you say we don't clean, you for go hang out with people and I get to and smoke and drink and talk and watch sport 24/7, you they no more. Some man way they ask her about sports now that country they if he call the names there, football players that we no one day meet if he begin for narrate the history, what are you getting out of it? What do you to get out of that? Time not there on your side. If you get the time for understand how important the time day, 24 hours, now you get per day. If the other person, they make hundreds of thousands of leons per day, then you, they make nothing. They try for begin, scratch you head, your brain, waiting that person they do for accomplish, for get that money, they way in get the same hand way I get, it get the same foot way myself get, And we get the same brain. The only thing different way it different now. That person they make decision where they move from point A to point B. Your own decision is still make you stuck in a point A. Waiting you they plan for do so that you will move from point A to point B. It's very difficult. Definitely, I understand the environment. I understand the situation. But at certain point, if you talk to any of the people way than they are today or way than they do some business, if you ask AAA, it tell you about history, you go see some consistency of a routine where it don't make a day to the point whose I did. Even where even they naturally, if it tell you say even they sell some things there so that you go push the day. What thing you they do? If tell you say even they take certain action, even when they go school, if they do this, if they do this. When some people and they spend all their time for go dance, in they spend time for read, for understand some things that where you go give them idea for how it will change your life. You not go learn from anybody where sit down, where do clean so nonsense talk paper. Some man where they engage by politics talk the whole day. Now that they no more paper. There's nothing else. You go meet her from one topic to another. He know about everybody else but himself. He know about any other person in the area. But if he asks her, who that you? You not go even able to explain who that na. When last you spend your time for understand who side you get advantage. In other words, waiting you sabi for do better pass the next man where you they talk to. If you understand and the waiting now you they work on so that waiting you better for do pass every other person, how it will give you money so that you will continue for transform your life from one point to another. When then they talk about visionaries, now possibly where they see far ahead where other people and they see. The other time when I talk to the people away, then they work with the school where they build. In June, I tell them say September not they far. So we for accomplish this, we accomplish this before school they open. They want their way, then they see that vision. Then just they tell me, oh, time. That's no time, no day. And you can't believe it. Now they are running all over the place for law. We get all the things that we want. School don't open already, and we will not able to open on Monday. Password don't push up to this coming Monday. Why? Because they not see. What they have not see 3-4 months ahead, they're not here. Because that vision not there. So when you get your vision, now you begin to make that decision for the other vision there. Because what you they see, the next man way they now your other side, they see what you they see. So everybody get vision for your life. You want anybody we talk to you, they tell you say, I want to forget this. That's my vision. So you they tell people, but you know, ever spend you time for begin for lay plan how you for accomplish what they tell people say, now that you want to do. So every time when you talk now to somebody say you want for be this, now you for try for begin lay the plan. Whose plan you for put in place. Then when they tell somebody say I want to go yonder, then you for tell and say for la go yonder now so thing they do so. Who's how you need help, you know that thing is very clear. So if you go to Mr. X and tell us say now so thing I want to do, then you go tell and say so but I'm right now not get the means for la go they but then so thing they do right now. Obviously very slow for like for let things speed up. Now so thing I need for la speed up to for go who's I want go. Now person they see that picture very clear. You don't explain to her and say you want to accomplish this and a so thing they do for accomplish that. Now if you look at the person if you get interest now for help you will tell you say okay I think what you don't tell me a good idea. So me go help you this so that this year will speed up. So young men, please, the reason why people and they still use you now because you now they use your own brain for better your life. The politicians the way then they make for let you follow them, then get their own dream, their own vision, where then get mostly not for the country, their own vision are for themselves, because anybody will get vision for that country, the man way they tell you about plan way, instead probably not get for reap the benefit, So the reason why then they always make for let you run up and down now because you not they try for follow your own vision. So the man The man don't say, you did no more. If he can't tell you X, you go run go to X. If he can't tell you Y, you go run go to Y. You know, the reason why that they happen now because you not get plan for your own life. So now you for begin put plan in place. You know, will get everything what you need for accomplish that, but begin for make that move. That move. Again, I will tell you about running the race. If you want for run the race, as a mortal man, you forget 2 legs. If you want for run 100 meters, you forget 2 legs for run that. If you get if they amputate your foot, they cut your foot, you forget prosthetic fake one so that you go run because you not go able to run with 1 leg or no leg. Now, so this life day for let you go from point A to point B, you for land waiting for take you for let you go to point B. Where you land that, and then you forget some ethics where you for doing the right way so that you will go there. If you're not doing the right way, that race they believe you me, you know, will get now that place there with peace. If you do all kind corrupt move for let you go now that place there, you know go enjoy where you get today, where you reach there. So when you want run the race, now for no which side you want go and walk towards that, and then do them with diligence and the right way. Because the whole thing where it always cause problem. Again, where you don't know what you want for do. So when Mr. X they do well now, you feel say no more now. Now in the cause problem for you. What you want to do now if you want for taking you that man day life. You know? When you know which side you want to go, you don't go worry about Mr. X. In fact, if Mr. X they go in that same direction, you for ask him how he manage going in that direction. What kind of wisdom you want to get from him. Now that day we need forget now Sierra Leone. Please, young people. I always try to talk to young people because now you know now you get tomorrow. You know, the old people away, they need to give away any vision right now. Now we for begin make some from plan there for we own life. So that when you get the opportunity now, you go transform that vision there for the country, for other people and for enjoy. Thank you so much, Triple A, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's Ezekiel in summary for today. Prince King na Facebook say, he say you mean people for violate the law? Tripoli, this war politics where you dey play, not dey work. Nevertheless, we understand. Okay, we who? We say we understand, Prince King. We who? We who that you dey talk about? Eh? He say the shoes right now, it ain't another person in foot. When the state of emergency be instituted Ebola term, you know talk what you dey talk so. He say prosperity and time go judge we all. For waiting ever we dey do now we life. Okay, make a call this caller, Prince, before they answer you. You dey live on here? Your name and side the call from, please.
Triple A, this now, Mr. Silla. How you do?
Good, Mr. Silla. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, I don't lost pound recently. You know, it's like also right now. My schedule change, and then easy for them to use phone. So, but anyway, the church on them people always say they swear bomb swear for that one in the teeth, that one in the cut the cable, that one in the whatever. Then people are if they swear, they're all the swear okay. You understand? Because then they make the country go behind. I'm also we don't get a business within the poor. I'm also we don't get a business within the Europa. When I saw now swear, when I begin swear for 1960 something and fence alone. Because all the people who don't come before, they all kill to pick it them born so you know what I mean, they all they don't come sit down so they all the effort for the country. Why you not swear down there? Then they set an example, they post the who can go for it, say, oh, that go do the thing, that bomb swear no who come meet me. I mean, not for cable, for head side, they can't swear. Politicians don't do what in the country. The past presidents, then the past ministers, then the whole long what in the country. You understand? Even with the people and with the civilians, then the whole long what in the country. So let them not come bring sweat can. The only thing is, you understand, let everybody just change in attitude. If I can't give you something for do business, do and right, give me water. Oh, you get your profit, I get me profit, move. No go take me, oh, me own sweat, what don't sweat. You go push, I go run away. You know, would that let we change with attitude and force before never Salon will go before. But without that, I let them bring can weight man, 10 weight man or 200 weight man if I want the country. Then bring Kim Jong-il, where any one family do, but they slaughter the one old family, the line family. Salon still not go before unless we change the attitude in that country. There. We just get for change before Salon go before. Without that, Salon, and let we talk all kind talk, we pray all kind pray. I'm telling you, we not go before because we attitude ain't working. Then well, at the canto, I agree, Mr. Mike. I understand, Mr. Mike, Big Mike. He talk. To be honest with you, that's the truth because, the thing that wouldn't bring come at least, you know, not to just for showing no more container. Say now the thing that don't bring come for the airport. The airport. I mean, how many months now since them put the project and Tripoli? Not about almost 8 months or 9 months. Yes, I mean, we not say yes. Forget that the instruments there. It'll take time, you understand? But you know, the people in a salon we so eager for love to see better things they go before. So I they do that. I go able put me online. They give it up to date. They give it up to date. Okay, now this we don't bring come. You know, we not say the thing is not easy for bring come, but for they put the project, nobody know anything. Pass away, you don't say now the ship and the thing they don't bring cancel. I mean, other thing and the way therefore don't even put on par, let it go before. Other thing then because we don't tell people in the cry for water. Why the name go find the name open the pump there? We cry for light. Why do they do that? They can't do that. I mean, you didn't go to the country there. All you get for this cry one side. I'm telling you, they say one big generator to pump one old village or one old town. That's not easy thing. But why every time we go through the same thing? Now, with election in Kenya, you see the speed up now, wouldn't it take? It's like they speeded up everything. They want to put everything in place, like hey, now we got everything in place. We not vote for me no more. Now for just go church on the things and now let them car up. But then here the for in place now, it's almost 4 years now. The for in place. The for in place. But the big thing we need the time for talk. Sierra Leone them, we need for change with attitude. If we not change with attitude, Salon, it no go before. It no go before today, it no go before today. Tomorrow. You dey try for do something, you don't can take your money, you don't can suffer. Say you want go bill house, you money in the tiffer. You material way put, then the tiffer. I want to go before. They say go bill, go look like yesterday. I don't know if it yesterday. Where when I been talk about the minister of how the people are what for dirty people how they call it.
Oh, FCC.
FCC.
Yeah,
Look
before
the time when
yesterday.
they talk, you understand? They won't really see anything. People they say, would they walk? There's no list. There's no list for so say the people are in the work and say then they pay the social so. Nobody know what they go about. They're gonna say they really guys say the government they give FCC plenty so much money, but they don't see anything they go on. I mean, there is no accountability. You the kind of one say can sign check. You the sign check. So all the past 57 years, that's all what will be going on. Why make up to the able catch anything in the Mr. Minister of all the ministers, they all they make as a man of the minister. Then please do your work. If they don't put you right now here and there, monitor the people here. If they don't do the job, let them fire them. Let them fire other people there. Let them fire other people there. Monitor them. Let them see the progress when they make that the constituency there. Let them see the project when they make that the area there. Because they demand for so much money, then what the money can, they don't do anything. So if you say they can't monitor the ministers there, please make sure say they do their job. Now I know when we get Tripoli. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Silla. Before I bring Mr. Silla in, I will read a comment on Facebook by Prince King. Prince King say, if me mean people for violate the law, I don't know say yes you take out na this program. Will make her help you small. I not talk nothing but violation now. Eh? You were there where I asked the question about having curfew. I be tell people and for common I do. Eh? Or you say me if me expect people and for violate the law. Okay? You say this you ugly politics who you they play. Who they play politics now? You knew? Eh? You say we understand. I ask you question. I tell Mr. Sila they talk you for, but don't answer. Well, I say we who say we understand. So who say I don't care triple anymore and I don't go discuss. What you say we understand? Say the shoes there now another man in foot. And when Ebola be there, if me been talk, you been sami me by then? Maybe you knew now. I don't know school do you drink before you kaya. But naya na ginger beer and naya we the gi. Maybe I think you need the Sierra Network ginger beer. But some of una them party picking there. Let God help una. Yeah? Let God help una. Hey, me on Tripoli. I know the votes na salon. I know the pan politics. I know they sympathize with party. And a Sierra Network na ya, we advocate for the people. Yeah? And we they do. Maybe everything bright and beautiful for you people the way they salon. Well, as you go salon, whose investment you get a salon? Now all they make them politicians them think to say then they do better thing at that country day. Now all. When people and they talk like patriots, when people and they bring out issues the way they affect the country, una de pan politics. You been sabi be Ebola ten? Go na Sierra Net, go na YouTube, search SN Radio. We shows them they will be they do Ebola ten. Yeah? Maybe something that today you come. I make you feel to say, we, na like you. Maybe something you day under paycheck. I'm addressing you. Because you say we, so that means you say you come away say we, even though you not tell me who than are we, care and go there back. Yeah? Care and go there. I left you. Maybe na attention you can't find. I don't give you small. But I make you research find first. Yeah? Même Zobi ça fait là open the cafe so go sava. I don't get ginger beer. I get ginger beer, ginger cake, ginger bread. Now we the Guinea. And then all the medium politicians they say then they do better thing. Or make people then a kafu bulo. Things say then they bomb swear. They can't talk now about Ebola. Who say be politics where they play? Who say they play politics? Show me no. I want to know this curfew. Now the question I ask. Maybe you get the answer. They can't talk about politics. If you get the answer, show me. How the curfew don't help. And the fight against Corona and Salon. Then I will expect say then go pull we come on a red list. We'll still get curfew. Prince Abego. Okay. On all. Back to the matter. I think say Mr. Silana Ina we final caller for today. On a get Daniel. Daniel a si an then a married the pas chéri. Solo na Bogandi. We'll go there back on Monday. We'll take a rest tomorrow. All we want for Salone now for be a better country. Usai water they flow. Usai tiki puli. No get for go buy Bowser 1.3 million leons. Because I not connect to no power grid. I pull me hard earned money for buy water. Yeah, 1.3 million for Bowser. The last salon why I did. That's what I buy. Eh? The light's not correct. Who say me day? The light's not correct. If I want to enjoy the benefits, I get for light generator. Who say I day? I don't know for who say you day. Me, na salon, I dey take transport, I dey take poda, I dey take keke, I dey take bike, I dey take taxi. So many times, I can tell people in that salon, when I enter the poda, like, the way they can look me like say I not belong inside it, but no. I dey experience waiting the people that they experience. A big. Yeah? Some of we knows how we come out, who knows how they go. We able go salon, we able live with normal life without even talking about Sierra Leone. Can go salon? The other people in the way they go salon live their life, they come out they back like nothing, they don't care. You get people in back now we not even care about Sierra Leone anymore. God help our country. Yeah? God help we. We're there back on Monday. Now make we rest. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Is it say no worries Tripoli? He say the experience are never at the mercy of them we just want for argue unnecessarily. Prince, is it say for the ask questions first? But now we say we know. So maybe they don't discuss before they can. Oh. You get a lot of people, they don't even know when last they cut ticket for go salon. I had them go sit down, they explain. They'll meet up first in salon. I need to talk about you, they go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So. I'm not talking about you. I talk about we where they did it for months. 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Then you go know how the teeth then as allow the bet. I'll enjoy the rest of our weekend, boy. Yeah? Till we meet again on Monday. Tripoli say tata.